Hey folks, JayborinoPlays here, welcome back, playing some more StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Let's go to Typhon 11 and snag another artifact piece. This mission can be a little tricky, but I think our tech is advanced enough, we should be just fine.
Mobius have got themselves set up again since the Zerg chased them out of their old place. They say they've worked out where to find another artifact. Lovely little place called Typhon.
I truly suspect it is not a lovely place, Tychus.
There she is. Planet Typhon. Don't look so bad.
Yep, sensors indicate... Wait, what the... The star's energy output just jumped 500%. I've never seen anything like it.
Slow down, Matt. What's it mean?
It means the star will go nova in a few hours. Meantime, the planet's getting bombarded by waves of fire.
Fire. Why does it always have to be fire?
Well, the good news is, we've got a significant cache of supplies planetside, so we shouldn't need to build supply depots.
Well, that's something. So where's our artifact?
Right there. Smack dab in the middle of all them Protoss.
Our mobile structures can relocate and keep us just ahead of the fire, but we'll need to salvage everything we can't take with us.
You ain't seriously going down there.
Come on, partner. We got hours till that sun explodes.
Well, let's grab that artifact and get out of here before your Queen of Blades shows up looking for it.
Let's not lose anything to the wall of fire like a silly person. I don't want to leave anything behind and forget about it. It's only units that count. Buildings that we can't lift and evacuate do not count towards the achievement. The second achievement is to get a bunch of kills with cloaked Banshees, which shouldn't be a problem, especially with the cellular reactor synergy.
Turbines to full.
Hope you brought your sunscreen, cowboy.
Now ain't the time, Swan.
Relax, hotshot. I got something useful for you. Banshees. These babies can blow the snot out of ground forces. Got cloaking, too. Gotta love that.
I'll depower these.
Whoa, careful of those Protoss cannons. They can detect Banshees even when they're cloaked.
Not anymore. So we're going to use these 4 Banshees to utterly cripple the first Tal'Darim base, so that they don't send too many reinforcements to attack us. That'll give us a huge head start to get more units out.
Nice job. Let's get our base up and running and get that artifact.
We won't need many SCVs here. I'll build a couple, but we won't need too many as the mission goes on. Thank you, mules. Start a science vessel. Let's go ahead and send these Banshees up to the top, to that top base. We're just going to start destroying pylons. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And we'll get an early armory as well. We can get ship weapons.
Warning, fire wave approaching.
Turbines to full.
All right, pylons. You're mine.
Incoming transmission.
James, Raynor, we anticipated your arrival. Now we will pay for desecrating our holy relics.
Oh, hell. Not these Tal'Darim guys again. They seriously need to learn when to quit.
Okay, around for more pylons. They're going to try to constantly rebuild them. That's not a big deal, though. You just keep picking them off, and it stops them from building anything. We're also just going to kill these zealots before they go and attack us. We might be able to kill a bunch of them, as long as we get rid of a few. Please, please stop that. Please stop. There we go. We can even move up here and just kill the probes before they rebuild this stuff too many times. Excellent. And we can come on down here and get rid of these zealots before they move out and go for our base. Okay, great. So let's just sit here. We can get the Nexus as well. Why the assimilator? Stop that. All right, I'm going to build a bunch of medics out of this barracks and then probably nothing else from it for the rest of the mission. We're also going to rely heavily on mercenaries. They're just even more cost-effective when you don't have to worry about depots. Absolutely fantastic. So everything in this base would eventually come to try to kill us, so let's just clear it out.
The doctor is in.
Okay, sounds like zealots came their way. No, okay, we didn't lose anything. And we'll just keep making Banshees. Eventually, we're going to want to get Hell's Angels as one of our first groups of mercenaries, because their anti-air is probably all we're going to need, and it's going to be Fantastic. There's a few areas where you absolutely need anti-air. I think Hell's Angels will be able to provide us with everything we need.
What's going on?
Once the fire gets to a certain spot, everything in this Protoss base would come and attack us. But we killed it all, so we don't have to worry about it. And these resources just spawn out of nowhere. So let's go and pick those up.
The doctor is in.
And let's take our groups and start moving out. Grab our first relic. There are 3 relics all right near the start we can go and grab. And I also want to clear out the first little expansion, sort of a leapfrog base. You could skip these, and I think a lot of people might, but it's absolutely worthwhile to stop at one of these little in-between bases and harvest.
Warning. Fire wave arrival is imminent. Base evacuation required.
The Tal'Darim outpost to the east would make an excellent location to move our base to. We just need to clear them out and take possession.
Okay, I am going to go and grab relic number 2 before we move our base, but then we'll be in perfect position to move our base. So let's just pick off these cannons one by one. Lovely. And then we go for the pylon, and then we pick up our relic. And then we're going to move our base. I think now is the time. We're getting a second science vessel. I think we could honestly grab +2. It would probably finish in time. We can let this harvest just a bit longer. Yeah, let's head on down and go for the 3rd relic. And we're just going to sit and wait for the next Protoss attack while we just build more units up. All right, let's lift and move. Let's grab our 3rd relic. And then once the Protoss attack us, we'll go and start wiping out their next area. Okay, +2, we can get another Banshee. All of you can move down here. Okay, fantastic. So again, let's just kind of hang out and wait. I think within the next couple minutes or so, we'll come and get attacked. We can lift these and move them. And then with leftover money, I am going to get mercenaries out. Actually, I mean, we have a little bit of time. We can move over here and start picking away at these enemy defenses. Just get rid of what they do have. And at least stop them from producing.
This Tal'Darim base is in a good spot for us. We just need to clear them out and take possession.
Yeah, every little bit that we can get rid of in these bases is extremely useful. Okay, please don't rebuild. Okay, let's back up. We'll get healed up. And another Banshee. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's get mercenaries instead. Again, at any second now, I expect to get attacked. So once we take care of that, we can move out. These mules should help us get the rest of our mercenaries out. And let's make sure we don't accidentally leave these behind to get killed by the wall of fire. We'll end up F2ing them, I'm sure. Okay, let's cloak. Oh, here they come. I knew it was around 8 minutes, but I wasn't sure.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, let's go and clean this base up.
Engaging. Yeah?
Yeah, they keep trying to rebuild this. Get out of here.
Mineral field
And this might be the last detection here, I'm not sure.
No problem.
But we just gotta get rid of the heavy hitting units. Once they're gone, we can easily depower everything else.
Mineral field depleted.
And then move in with the rest of our units. And we want to get out the rest of our mercenaries, as I was talking about. Okay, that was all the heavy hitting stuff. Please just don't repower stuff. Okay, let's F2 with the rest of our junk. Grab all this, lift our starport and move it with the rest of our buildings.
Mineral field depleted.
We can even land here if we want. Okay, fantastic. Looks like they're trying to build out of these. Let's not allow them to do that. There we go. Okay, everything made it. Our +2 even finished. Let's lift off and start moving. So we got our 3 relics, just making sure. Let's go ahead and siege up here. Vikings, you can finally uncloak, decloak, whatever.
The Tal'Darim base has been cleared. It should buy us a little elbow room.
Our warrior's sacrifice was not in vain. We gladly marched towards death to ensure your doom.
Okay, so I'm going to get a new armory, then an engineering bay, and a new merc compound. And I think maybe even a second starport. And let's move up with these buildings. so that we can just double build to get some more Banshees, more science vessels, and again, my other 2 buildings, probably won't even land them because I'm not going to use them anymore. Assuming my medics all stay alive, which I think they will. Let's take the Banshees that we do have, though, and we can start picking away at the next enemy base. We're not really in a rush at this point, though. Just keeping an eye out for where the next enemy attacks come from. So let's lift with these Vikings, and we can get more Hell's Angels. Perfect. Okay. And then we start +1, and then we'll start +3. Okay. I was just going to say splash damage from our own tanks might be the only thing that puts us at risk at this particular point. Alright, more Banshees. Just queue them up. Rally them over here, and I think with this group of Banshees and Vikings and Science Vessels, we just start auto-attacking into the enemy here. Well, not down here. We don't need to attack that. We go over here. And this base is pretty much exclusively powered by warp prisms, so when you get close, they'll try to warp in more stuff, but it won't matter, because we're destroying them so quickly with Hell's Angels, which are extremely good, as we have shown. Just pick this stuff off. There we go. Okay, so the base is pretty much entirely depowered. We can even decloak our Banshees at this point. Got the Science Vessels here to heal us up. And we can pretty much just sit here, and let's just keep making Banshees. We'll queue up more Science Vessels. More gas. Okay, well, we're going to want ship weapons for sure. And I expect that the next enemy attack's coming to us from this direction. So that's why I'm just going to leave my Banshees here to slowly wipe this up. Wipe this out. Okay, and then more air units rallying over here. I think we have enough Banshees. Just want a few more Science Vessels. Okay, let's cloak here. Honestly, I don't even care about the Banshees. I just want to kill these Immortals. Okay, we can decloak. Okay, I think we got him. All right, we're ready to leapfrog to the next base. We could probably do it right away. We're not really fully mined out here, though. Let's start +3. Now, let's get another geyser, I guess. But if we can get +3 ship weapons, that would be incredible. Let's just finish wiping this all out. And then I think we start moving our buildings. We might as well just move to the next area. Really does not hurt. Or we just sit here and we wait for the next Protoss attack, because why not? Let's just pick up these resources.
Insufficient Vespene.
All right, we got Vespene here. Don't you worry, game. There we go. Okay. Infantry weapons level 2. I'd like to grab more of these mercenaries when we can. Let's lift our buildings, though, and start moving. I don't think we'll need another compound at this rate. We're doing real good here. So let's grab more siege breakers. Get out of here with these probes. I think they're trying to rebuild. Just get out.
Greetings, command.
Okay, so let's leave our Banshees and Vikings here, and then go with the rest of our units to start moving to the other areas. Spartan Company. We're gonna get like every single mercenary call down possible. All right, so let's move over with this stuff. And then this group will cover us as we go, just in case another attack comes from this direction. I don't remember if it does or not. Okay. Indeed it does. Okay, eliminated. So let's move on over and take our last base. We can F2 over here. I don't think we're going to be building anything else. I'll just land these buildings, and I think we're pretty much done.
Bad news.
And we have a couple more groups of mercenaries I'd like to get out, and that's it. The fire wave is not that far away from us.
In the rear with the gear.
There's also one more relic in this area I'd like to grab, so let's, well, first off, let's move our SCVs before I forget them. No units left behind, so we shouldn't have any problems with that achievement. Let's head on over here. If you irradiate the High Templar, they won't cause you any problems. Just like that. I'm sure if you had Ravens instead, you could Hunter-Seeker them. Alright, let's Mule Dump. And then... Oh, there was one one immortal that I left back there. Weird. Okay. And then with our extra resources, let's just call down the remainder of our mercenaries. We're going to get +2 infantry and then +3 ship, which is pretty darn good. We might even be able to get +1 vehicle, but probably unnecessary based on the timing right now. And that's every single mercenary this map. Let's take the remainder of our troops, come on over here and snag the last relic before I forget about it.
Assistance required.
Receiving headquarters.
Okay, looks good. And I think now we just move into the last area. I can queue up vehicle weapons, but I don't think I'm going to end up using it. Okay, so let's move in and finish this. So let's move up with our tanks. We can siege up, cover them with our Vikings and Banshees. Be on the lookout for High Templar.
Mineral field depleted.
Science vessels, please. Science vessels, please. Okay, as long as we're getting healed, we're in good shape. We're getting vision. Let's move up with the Hell's Angels to give us vision, to pick this stuff off. Okay, I'm just on the lookout for where there are High Templar. That's like the only thing that could cause us major problems right now. Let's look for it and irradiate. I know there's one like right in here. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, let's go for this carrier before it kills anything. Nice work, Hell's Angels. Let's inch up this ramp. Let's cloak it up. Start attacking. Now there's a High Templar somewhere. Did we kill it already? I'm honestly not sure. So this is a big mess. Our siege breakers are still alive. We're losing some infantry to Archons, which at this point I think might be our only losses this whole mission, unfortunately. There's another High Templar over there, so let's just avoid it. We can go and irradiate it just for fun, and then we'll go for the vault, and we've won. Okay, cool. We've got all of our relics. We saved most of our base, most of our bases. We didn't lose anything to the fire wave, I don't think. And that +1 is even going to finish. All right, I think this went about as well as it could. Just the tiniest bit sloppy as we moved up this ramp, but otherwise it was fine.
Okay, the artifact's secure. Saddle up, people. We're out of here.
We will pursue you to the end of the universe, JayborinoPlays. 1,000 deaths cannot atone for your wanton sacrilege.
I mean, we have been flagrantly stealing from them over and over and over, so it makes sense that they're mad. Wow, we only lost 4 units that entire time. Hopefully none of them were to the fire. I don't think... If I did, I didn't notice. Alright, 88 kills with Cloaked Banshees. That's more than 75. Good stuff. Alright, well, we'll see you next time, Tal'Darim Executor. Let's go back to the Hyperion. Pretty significant plot progression now once we get back there.
Sir, we've reached the rendezvous coordinates. No contacts. Looks like the Mobius ship hasn't arrived yet.
That's strange. It ain't like them to be late.
Sir, Dominion ships warping in. Mengsk's flagship is leading them.
Sweet mother of mercy.
Sir, their shields are still down. I don't like this.
Matt, pull us alongside and prep docking tubes.
Commander, this is not a smart move.
You wanted your revolution, kid. Now you got it.
Travis. I want you to see this coming.
You won't find my father here, Commander. I am Valerian Mengsk, and I own the Mobius Foundation. Through them, I own you as well.
Tell me why I shouldn't kill you right now.
Because I can offer you what you've always wanted. A chance to rescue Sarah Kerrigan.
The artifact fragments you've been collecting are of Zelnaga origin. With them, I can construct a device that will reverse the infestation that transformed Kerrigan into the Queen of Blades. You're the only man who's been close to her and lived to tell the tale. You know her tactics, you know her strategies. And I know you'd risk anything for the chance to bring her back.
Sir, tell me you're not seriously considering this deal with Valerian.
Sounds like a golden deal to me, Jimmy. Kerrigan turns human, takes a bullet between the eyes. You can put your past to rest and still make one hell of a payday.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Tygus.
Assaulting Char is a suicide mission. You'd be putting all our lives on the line just to get your girlfriend back.
This is bigger than all of us, Matt. It ain't about me. This is the only real chance we're ever gonna get, and I'm taking it.
So which is it gonna be, Jimmy? We bringing Kerrigan back, or putting her in the ground?
That's for me to decide. You both got a lot of prep work to do. Get to it.
So even Jim isn't 100% sure about this, but he sees that being forced to side with Valerian, this is his only chance to even try this.
This is Kate Lockwell for UNN. Tonight, top Dominion military analysts are still confused and relieved to report that while attacks do continue throughout the Fringe, the main Zerg push into Dominion space seems to have slowed.
That's wonderful news, Kate. Our boys have really taken the fight to the Zerg.
Of course, Donnie. But there's also a sense that whatever the Zerg were after, they either got it or they've given up on it. We may never know.
You heard it here first.
I hear you've been making friends. That Valerian's tougher than he looks. He had to survive all alone, while his daddy was off conquering this sector.
Or maybe he was just retconned in. I guess we'll never know.
You came to the right place.
We do have enough money to get that shaped blast upgrade for siege tanks, but we've been so reliant on mercenaries and having a bundle of fun with them, so I say we just get Dustwings. We can get shaped blast any other time. Fantastic. To the lab, we finally unlocked our last tier of Protoss research. Jim's looking into the crystal, and he's having a lot of cognitive dissonance right now because he remembers what Tassadar and Zeratul conversation was at the end of Echoes of the Future, and he never thought he'd have a chance to save Sarah. He wanted to at the end of New Gettysburg and then had given up hope, but now all this is happening at once. He's just not sure. All right, we're going to get tech reactors. I feel like it's the obvious choice. I would be allured more by Orbital Strike if it applied to every production building and not just barracks. So we'll be able to take tech reactor instead and double build from everything.
So these artifacts are the key to freeing Kerrigan. Pretty amazing coincidence Tygus just showing up out of the blue, offering us the job to collect these damn things.
Statistically, sir, the probability of coincidence is minuscule. However, these artifacts do represent a power beyond our current scientific understanding. If anything could give the Queen of Blades pause, perhaps these are it?
All this ancient alien hocus-pocus is a little out of my pay scale. I just pray that when the time comes, these things bring her back to me.
All right, and our last Protoss tank. All the containment and reinforced structural integrity theorems I've developed from studying this crystal are starting to, well, crystallize. I think we might be able to contain energies that once required huge machines, or even manufacture structures capable of hot landings from orbital origins with acceptable stresses. I'm a sham. I haven't truly learned anything from this crystal. I've just observed the smallest details from it and somehow wrangled a few tidbits when the crystal helped me. I don't understand how the Protoss can possess technology of this magnitude and not rule the known universe. Perhaps they simply don't want to? Last entry on this sample. I figured out where it's putting all that excess energy. It's feeding the Hyperion, subtly helping to power the ship, balancing out some of the more ragged systems. It's giving of itself, and has been since it got here. Swan's excited that the ship's running so well, but he has no idea why. And I'm not going to tell him. That's a fitting, I think that log entry is, it's a fitting way to round off our Zerg and Protoss tanks. I like that. So we have got some extra money here. We unlocked the Banshee upgrades. I am not going to get these just yet. We're going to save our money and finally get that Shape Blasts next time. There's our Banshee. Created by the Dominion military to terrorize rebellious colonies, the Banshee was used to great effect in urban and rural settings. Its agile, sneaky capabilities quickly propelled it onto the front lines against Zerg, Protoss, and Terran foes.
So, what's the problem, Swan?
What's the problem? You only signed us up with our mortal enemies. Every one of these boys lost family or friends to Mengsk. We're gonna be sitting on a powder keg pretty soon. Can't you see that?
It ain't up for discussion, Swan. I gotta do this.
All right. Well, Jim was thinking about going back and checking out the rest of the crystal, but we have a bit too much of a problem.
We're receiving a transmission from the Bucephalus. Prince Valerian's holding on the communicator for you.
Bit too much of a problem with our crew being extremely unhappy with us right now. We'll talk to Valerian, though.
Ah, Commander Raynor. I thought we might discuss the expedition to Char. Now...
This is a dangerous game you're playing, kid. What's your stake in all this?
Jim, I really think we should... I can see why my father wants to kill you.
I asked you a question.
Everyone wonders if I will be as good an emperor as my father. But I want something more. To prove that I will be a better emperor and a better man.
That shouldn't be hard.
If I reform the worst mass murderer in history, make her human again, teamed with the famous outlaw Jim Raynor, that's all the proof I'll need.
So I'm just a cog in your machine.
If it gets you what you want, do you care?
Guess I don't.
You sure about this? You gotta know Mengsk is gunning for you. He'll hit you in a way you'll never see coming.
I can handle Mengsk, Tychus.
Just watch your back, old buddy. That's all I'm asking.
I said I can handle it. If you don't want to be a part of this, you can take your 30% and go.
Sir, I have to question your objectivity on this alliance. It's obviously a trap.
I got it covered, Matt. I'm asking you to trust me.
We were starting to make real progress against Mengsk. If we go after the Queen of Blades, we're throwing that away.
This is bigger than Mengsk. Matt, if we succeed on Char, we'll save billions of lives. Billions. Mengsk can wait.
I didn't sign up for this.
You signed up to follow my orders. If you can't do that anymore, then get the hell off my ship!
Sir.
Don't ever talk to Charlie Vane like that again, or I swear to God. Anyway, so Jim is, again, he's got a lot of cognitive dissonance going on, and he's angry at Valerian for feeling like he forced him into this position. So we got to get the crew back on our side. I think we're going to go to Core Hall next time. Again, boost morale, and also that little bit of rebellion in there back at Valerian and strike at the Dominion a bit. All right, this has been Jayborino. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.